And then one of the biggest highlights for the Fusion Festival event, I cannot believe they didn't ban this. The Fusion event is finally here inside of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and with Destroy Phoenix Enforcer now inside of the hero arsenal, there's no better time than to pick up and play heroes than right now. Yo, what's up boys and girls, it's your boy Swolelax here, and I'm back at it again with another video, this time something just a little bit different. Today, let's go over the #1 God tier version of heroes that you need to be playing for the Fusion Festival. If you are looking at this list and saying to yourself, Swolelax, I want to play the elemental heroes, the classics, Flame Wingman. Don't you worry, my young hero brethren and sister, and we will be showcasing an elemental hero, classic Omni hero deck for later on in the Fusion Festival, along with a Cyber Dragon list as well. So if you guys want to see those deck profiles, make sure to give this video a like and hit that subscribe button so you can get notified as soon as possible when those drops, because I promise you, you won't want to miss that hero action. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave it a like, and like I just mentioned, if you want to see more from your boy, please consider subscribing as we're trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I really hope that we can do so. Huge, enormous thank you to all the support from everyone that's shown the love for these videos and the live streams. I really appreciate it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in to the hero deck list for the Fusion event inside of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Heroes have a ton of utility in the Fusion realm, and this is by far the strongest and best version of heroes for this event. Like I said, elemental heroes, the pure Omni heroes, might come at a later date. Stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and go by the card by card for this list. For our hand traps, we're only gonna be running 3 of them. We're gonna play 3 Maxi and 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. I think that's pretty much all you need for the Master Duel tax, if you will. Next, onto the heroes from the top, we've got 1 copy of Increase. You could potentially increase this to 2, if you know what I'm saying. 1 copy of the new card, Denier, a phenomenal hero extender and can really help you turbo out DPE, which this deck can make natively. Then we have 2 copies of Stratos, 2 copies of Vision Hero Vion, incredibly powerful cards in every single hero build, but especially the Fusion build with Vision Hero Vion. 2 copies of Shadow Mist, 1 copy of Celestial, 1 copy of Adusted Gold for your Evil Hero Engine, 1 copy of Liquid Soldier, also really great for a Fusion play because you're able to accrue value and maintain card advantage with the Draw 2 effect, and 2 copies of Vision Hero Ferris, particularly to turbo out Vision Hero Vion and get some extenders on the board. Moving on, we have 1 copy of Dynatag and 2 copies of Malicious for our Destiny Hero Engine, and finally, 1 copy of the big baddie himself, Honest Neos. Now, in theory, you could play something like Plasma in this deck, which is very obtainable and also a pretty good boss monster for the Fusion event. Feel free, I think that's perfectly fine. I personally cut mine, though it could be a welcome addition if you want to. It's really only a one of, like, see, we can add it here. Doesn't really change much about the deck. Maybe could increase or decrease our chances of pulling bricks, not quite sure. But we'll go ahead and leave it out for the sakes of this profile. For our spell cards, we have 1 copy of Harpy's Feather Duster for spell and trap removal, 1 copy of Polymerization to search off of our Vion, 1 copy of Reinforcement of the Army, 1 copy of Miracle Fusion. I did think about playing Polymerization and Miracle Fusion at 2, but there's a reason why I didn't particularly think that was necessary, coming up soon. Then we have 2 copies of A Hero Lives, a phenomenal starter inside of this deck and one of the best cards to open with inside of Heroes. A great card for helping going second as well. 1 copy of Dark Calling for our Evil Hero Engine. 2 copies of Fusion Destiny. They gots to be the shiny versions. And then we have 2 copies of Lightning Storm for some monster or spell trap removal. And then one of the biggest highlights for the Fusion Festival event, I cannot believe they didn't ban this, is Super Polymerization. Your opponent cannot respond to the Fusion Summon, and you can use your opponent's monsters. One of the best things about elemental heroes specifically is that they have such a wide variety of attributes that they can Fusion Summon with. In addition to that too, you might run into a lot of heroes out there, so you have native Super Poly targets like Destiny Hero Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, Destiny Hero Dangerous, and Destiny Hero Dystopia, along with your Omni heroes like Absolute Zero, Shining, Great Tornado, etc. Super Poly is a phenomenal card, not only to get rid of your opponent's established board, but also sometimes get cards in the graveyard like Shadow Mist and Malicious. Great card. You could probably play this card even in ranked mode heroes as well, especially with DP being out there right now. This card is oh god, it's so good. There's a reason it's at 2 here, but also there's a reason why it was banned for so long. 3 copies of Mass Change finally to round out our spell cards for our masked hero lines, which are Fusion monsters. Then we have finally 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. This card is really good as a hand trap. It's probably going to be just okay in the Fusion event. People are probably going to be trying to be Fusion summoning things like, I'm not quite sure, Mechaba, maybe Winda, Shaddoll's might be everywhere too. So this card can help potentially weed out some of those options, which will be very helpful. Next, onto the extra deck, we have 2 copies of Masked Hero Darklaw. You almost have to play 2. I know some people are like, no, you could probably play 1 and get away with it. But more often than not, if you come across this card because it is so powerful and it gets negated with something like Imperm, you have to be able to have a mass change to get into a second one to put that pressure on your opponent. Very strong card, and its banishing card from hand effect is non-once per turn, by the way, or it's a soft once per turn. Then we have 1 copy of Masked Hero Blast to help with our Stratos, 1 copy of Destiny Hero Dangerous, a native Fusion Destiny target and Super Poly target, 1 copy of Elemental Hero Sunrise, 1 copy of Absolute Zeros, absolutely crazy, 1 copy of Elemental Hero The Shining, 1 copy of Elemental Hero Great Tornado, 1 copy of Vision Hero Adoration. I used to play this card back in the normal TCG for heroes because it's actually not a bad target, especially if you lock yourself into darks with Fusion Destiny. You'll see a little bit later we're also playing 1 copy of Escariado, which is a target for that same reason for our elemental heroes for something like Miracle Fusion. 1 copy of Vision Hero Trinity. This is not a card you would see in most hero lists, especially on ranked ladder, but for the Fusion event it might actually be okay, especially for pushing for game with things like Elemental Hero Honest Neos. Then 1 more Masked Hero, we have Masked Hero Acid to pair very nicely with our Absolute Zero. It's absolutely insane, like I said, Escariado. 1 copy of Dystopia, which doesn't conflict with playing with DPE. Sometimes you want to have the Dystopia on board instead to burn and go for a push for game. It also has that popping effect with something like Dynatag. It's very strong, and potentially if you have and draw another one of your Fusion Destinies, that means it's still alive, rather than just playing 1 copy or maybe with the Dangerous, depending. Moving on, we have 1 copy of Evil Hero Malicious Bane, gonna be probably pretty big inside of this event. And then finally, the new and improved target for Fusion Destiny, 1 copy of Destiny Hero Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. Destiny Hero DPE or DPE is an insanely powerful boss monster for a lot of different decks, and I wouldn't be surprised if you saw this card splashed inside of other Fusion decks, not just in Heroes. One of the benefits though is that Heroes can make it natively, and if your opponent doesn't play around it enough, you can probably make your own with Super Polymerization. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this big hero fusion profile for the Fusion Festival. Hopefully you guys have a lot of fun with this one. I know I will. This is, in my opinion, going to be one of the best builds for heroes that you can play for this event. Again, the Elemental Hero list and then also a Cyber Dragon list is coming sometime soon. Both 2 of my favorite decks of all time, and they're going to be awesome in this Fusion Festival. Once again, Power Bond actually might be applicable, but we'll have to go and see. Anyways, what do you guys think of this list? What do you guys think of the Fusion Festival overall? Are you guys gonna be playing heroes? Are you guys gonna be playing a different deck? Let me know inside the comment section down below. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like. If you want to see more from your boy, please consider subscribing. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. DPE and heroes forever, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.